Regret has never paid one single bill. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately because if I'm being honest, I struggle with it a lot, regretting my financial decisions. For years, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a smaller home, a tiny home to be exact. Big 3 bedroom, living, dining, kitchen, the big yard, everything that goes along with it. I had all that for about 16 years. And then I lost my home during COVID, which wasn't the only thing I lost during COVID. Then I rented a very, very tiny 2 bedroom apartment that had exactly 4 windows in the whole entire place. But you know what? I realized that I could do it. I liked the smaller space as far as cleaning, and the maintenance of it was a lot easier because it was so small. I could clean my whole entire apartment in a day, and that was great. I knew at that point that, I mean, it was really like I knew that if I ever had the opportunity to buy a home, I wanted to buy a tiny home. I knew there would be lower expenses. It fit the energy level that I had at that time, with aging and my health issues, something that matched the peaceful kind of lifestyle that I was trying to create. Even knowing all of that, I talked myself right out of it. I started listening to all the reasons why I should buy a bigger home. It's a great deal. There's plenty of room for when the family's there. Nobody will be sitting on top of each other, which was a thing in the smaller apartment. Was holidays and stuff got readily kind of eh, crunched up. If things about I would regret letting it go. It's in a wonderful neighborhood, and don't get me wrong, all of those things were true. It was a good deal. It is in a wonderful neighborhood. There are so many things about this house that I genuinely love, but there's more to buying a house than just buying the house. It's about everything else that comes along with it. Since I've moved into this house a year ago, I've spent over $30,000 doing repairs that absolutely need to be done. And I had to have the foundation stabilized. I had to have new electrical put in. None of these things were cosmetic. They were all needed. I can't clean this whole house in a day. I mean, I'm just being honest. I can clean maybe 1 or 2 rooms a day, and I'm cool with that. But it takes me about a week to clean my whole house, and then I just start the process over again. Then there's the unexpected expenses that comes along with it. When I rented, I always just called maintenance if there was a problem. But now I am maintenance. Live on a fixed income, those unexpected things can literally make you lose sleep at night. There are so many moments I catch myself wondering, did I make a huge mistake? Did I make the wrong decision? But then I realized something. You know what? This isn't about the house at all. It's about not trusting myself because I knew exactly what I wanted for years. I wanted a smaller home because it fit the lifestyle that I was moving into, a more slowed down, peaceful lifestyle. But somewhere along the way, I convinced myself that bigger meant better. That's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Good opportunity doesn't mean it's the best opportunity for you. And just because you can afford to purchase something doesn't mean you can afford everything that comes along with it, the energy, the maintenance, all the things. Times more space does not create more peace. It simply creates more space that you have to also maintain. If you're facing a big financial decision right now, I would tell you to stop and ask yourself a series of questions before you take the next step, starting with, what kind of life do I actually want to live? What can I realistically maintain, not just today, but 5 or even 10 years from now? Am I choosing this because it's truly what I want or what somebody else wants? Before you start shopping, make a list of your non negotiables. Matters the most before you let your emotions take over. And choose the people that you are talking to about your big financial decisions very, very carefully. Whether it is your real estate agent, a family member, a friend, remember they are looking at this through their lens, not yours. I do not hate my home. I love, genuinely love, a lot of things about my home, my neighborhood. I love the sense of safety that I feel here. I love that it's my home. But if I could go back and give myself one piece of simple advice, it would be trust yourself. Sometimes the biggest regret isn't the decision or the purchase that we made, it's ignoring the quiet voice inside that knows what we need. Maybe that's the real conversation here. Financial decisions, but learning how to trust yourself again. We'll save that one for another day, though. Today's conversation helped you in any way, you can check out the full article over on ThatsSoAuntSusie.com. Have you ever agreed to something that looked better on paper than it did in real life? Call me in the comments. Down here, I simply share what I've lived, what I've learned, and what I hope will help somebody else on their journey. And if you're struggling today, pull up a chair. We'll figure it out together.